Hello everybody, welcome back to Tales of Rebirth. We've got our lovely Claire back, although in the form of a Gajuma.
ねえクレア、ガジュマの体ってどんな感じなの？
What's a Gajuma body like?
とっても身軽な感じかな。それにとても快適。快適？どういうこと？毛皮のせいか、暑い時も寒い時も。
She said because of the hair, even though it's hot and cold, she feels okay all the time.
そういうのはヒューマと同じ。
But things like taste and smell are always the same as a human. Just thought I'd do a couple scenes here with Claire.
大勢の前であんなことをスラスラ話せてさ。
思ったことを夢中で話してただけ。すごくなってないわ。
いや、すごいよ。僕にはできそうにないもん。
そうね。あんたは余計なことばっかり喋ってるものね。
ヒルダなんて僕に。
They were talking about Claire's speech just a little while ago in the last episode. Claire's big speech to everybody.
今までクレアはアガーテだったから、サレにさらわれて以来、お前とはずっと。
そうね。久しぶりね。どうしたの？
いや、久しぶりという感じがしなくてな。
私の姿をした女王様とはずっと一緒だったものね。でも私はとても久しぶり。
It's been a long time since they've seen each other.
こうしてクレアさんと一緒に旅するのって初めて
And
で
it's
す
the
ね。
first time to be with the real
よろしくね
Claire.
兄。よろしくお願いします。なんだか可愛い妹ができたみたい。
Cute little
兄は
sister.
ヒルダの妹だからダメだよ。僕が
Says
弟
like,
じゃ
how about me?
ダメ？
Mao wants to be the little brother.
クレアさん、処刑台に上がった時怖くなかったんですか？少しだけね。でもどうしてかな。ベイグが助けに来てくれるような気がして。
She felt that Vague would come to rescue her no matter what.
これこそ真の愛ってやつだ。
So
そうかもしれませんね。ティトレイさん、向こうでベイグさんが怖い顔して睨んでますよ。
T-Tray was saying, it must be true love. Because Vague came to save her. And she felt that Vague would come to save her. Real quick, before we continue this story, I wanted to show everybody this Ogi menu for the special skills. It seems like this game doesn't have very many skills in it. But actually it does, because they're all doubled up. Once you've, used several skills a certain number of times, you can purchase a second level of skill that, is more powerful or is combined with the first. So for example, I have a Flash Tier here for Hilda. And I'll show you how these work. But it's kind of a second level, more powerful skill. There's Blazing Hearts, which is the one that Mao received. And you can see on the left there the yellow points needed to learn it. So, when you first play this game, it seems like there's not very many skills compared to other Tales games. But actually there are. There's a second skill for each of the other ones. Like, they all double up. And I'll try to show you that in battle. How they work. So first you gotta get your bar up. The kind of rage bar, whatever you want to call it. Which means your healing is reduced, but it also means you can do your special moves. And when you do, you notice those kind of diamond-shaped things turn white instead of blue. I'll try to give a little bit better example when we get to the next dungeon here. But when those blue, diamond-shaped things turn to a white color, then you know that you can do the combination Ogi special move. Now this is the fastest way I can think of to get to Bibliograd, is you have to go to Minal first, and then take another ship from Minal to the Bibliograd harbor, and then ride the lift up. But you can take your own ship, the free ship, but I kind of left it behind. I don't know why, but do those look like hats to you guys? Like all the roofs in this village look like hats to me.
さっきの二人を見て、ヒルダさんはどうしてあんなに怒ったの？
それはヒルダがハーフだからだ。
ヒルダさんがハーフ？
So Claire didn't know that Hilda was a half. So we're going to the next, guardian spirit here, which is Shaorun, and he's in this church place. As you recall, we've been here before. He's been waiting for us.
僕は面倒なのは苦手なんだ。率直に言おう。ベイグ、これから僕は君に3つの試練を与える。
So he's going to give us some tests or trials. And if we pass the tests, we'll get his power, which is typical, of all of these. It's like, for you, this might be a tough test, but do you wish to take this test? And Vague said, of course, that's why I've come here. So we're going to start the trials. The first trial is to come to him. That's all? I wonder if you'll say the same thing after you've arrived here. So of course we're going to have to go through a dungeon here in order to get to Shaorun. And this will be Vague's test, so we'll be using Vague's skills here. Vague's force. There are these bubbles floating around, and they will damage you if you try to go through them. It'll hurt your whole party. So you need to freeze them. So pay close attention to Vague's, diamond thing, the left, right, up, down. And you can see it turns white when you can use one of your special moves. Remember, all you have to do the special move is, right and X, or left and X, up and X, down and X, whichever you've assigned it to, but instead of being the usual one you assigned it to, it'll be the special one that you've learned when it turns white like that. And the spellcasters, it works the same. So here's Vague's kind of first test. You all remember this scene, from the beginning of the game. Claire found a pretty, stone, and she made it into a kind of a, protection or omamori for him. And it's like, thanks, Claire, for his birthday present. She made it for him. And then Claire disappears. And, of course, Agarte appears. And she says exactly the same thing. Here's your birthday present. So they both said the same thing. But, of course, Vague's reaction is different. What's wrong, Vague? You don't like it? I'm sorry.
いや、そんなことはない。ありがとう、クレア。
That's not it. Thank you, Claire. Claire? I'm Agate.
アガーテ？クレアじゃないのか？
You're not Claire?
嫌だわ、ベイグが冗談を言ってる。
Vague is joking around. It's gonna rain tomorrow, probably, because of what you said. Right, Zappy? So this is kind of, gonna confuse his heart. It's like, so you're not Claire. I'm Agarte. Vague, you're acting silly.
Vague,
What's wrong, Vague?
クレア。
ベイグさん、始まったんですね。
Your tests have started, haven't they, Vague?
ああ、そうらしい。
It's kind of interesting. Vague has this dilemma, is it Agarte or is it, Claire? And, which really is it? And is he okay with Claire being in Agarte's body? If it has to be that way for the rest of their lives? The circles in this dungeon cause freeze, so try to avoid the circles the enemies make. Like that, it'll freeze your characters. Unless you have a freeze check on. So yeah, Vague's, trial is, can he accept, Claire in a different body? Or not. He is wanting to, of course, change it back, but it may not be possible.
人の心が入れ替わるなどということがあり得るのですか?
Is it even possible for two people to have their, hearts switched? And Agartis is using the, moon force.
そのようなことを。
Millhouse asks, why would you do such a thing? And this dialogue is the same, except now Vague is adding some lines to it. Why would you do this to Claire? Why would you even do this? Milhouse said that, you're so different. You're so different from me. So since I'm a Gajima, then there's no way he would accept me. But that's not actually what Milhouse said. He meant that she was the queen, and he was just a, knight to protect the queen. So Vague doesn't think that that's really what he meant. She mistook it.
もし仮にあなたが大切な人に同じことを言われたらどうする？
So what would you do if, that important person said the same thing to you?
そんなに大事なことなのか?
Are humans, Gajima, the difference is that such an important thing?
大事だと思うわ。
Yes, I think it is important.
ヒューマの体が必要なのよ。
If I want to be loved by a human, I need a human's body. That's what Agarte thinks.
クレア、変わったな。
Claire, you're different.
どうしてそんなこと言うの？私は私、クレアよ。
Why would you say that? I'm Claire.
お前は俺の知っているクレアじゃない。
You're not the Claire that I know.
じゃあ、私は誰なの？
Who am I?
誰だというの？
Who am I? Who do you think I am? It says Agarte's name
Agarte.
above there.
お前はアガーテだ。
You are Agarte.
やめて！私はクレアよ。
I'm
この
Claire.
目も鼻も唇も
These
この
eyes,
声も
the nose, my lips, my
私のもの
voice.
じゃないの？私はクレアよ。
I'm Claire. It's quite interesting the dilemma that he's got to go
私
through
はク
here.
レアよ。クレアよ。
I'm Claire. I'm Claire. So, which is Claire? Is it the body that makes up Claire, or is it, the personality that makes up Claire? That's kind of the test. I find it kind of interesting the way this game handles the different races, as well as switching the two, just to give it a twist on, how would you feel if you were in the other person's shoes, and they are in the other person's shoes. So here's the moment that he rescued Claire, but he rescued the wrong Claire.
クレア、クレア、
ベイグ。
クレア。アガーテ、なぜだ、クレアの声が。
Why do you have Claire's voice? And the other Claire.
クレア、どういうことだ。
どうしたの、ベイグ？
What's wrong, Vague? That's Agarte.
お前は誰だ。
Who are you?
私はクレアよ。
I'm
ど
Claire.
うしちゃったの、ベイグ？
What's wrong with you, Vague?
だったらお前は誰だ。
Then who are you on the left side?
私はクレア。
I'm Claire.
姿は違うけど、あなたならわかるでしょ、ベイグ。
I look different, but you can understand me, right, Vague? You know it's me.
クレアだ。お前はクレアだ。
You're Claire.
でも、
But
クレアじゃない。
you're not Claire.
ベイグ、クレアは私よ。わかるでしょ？
Vague, I'm Claire. You can understand that, right?
そうだ。お前がクレアだ。
That's right, you're
お前が
Claire.
クレアなんだ。
You're also Claire, but
でも、
but
お前もクレアじゃない。
you too, you aren't Claire either.
だったら私は誰なの？
So who am I?
クレアって誰なの？
Who is Claire? So, the question is, what really
な
makes
ぜ
up
私は
Claire?
クレアじゃないの？クレアって誰なの？
Why am I not Claire then? Who is Claire?
クレアって何なの？ あなたの隣にいるのは誰なの？
So who is Claire? Who is it that is next to you now?
クレア
Told you there'd be a lot of Claire yelling in this game.
ベイグ。
クレア本当にクレアなのか？
Are you really Claire?
クレアなんだな。本当に元に戻ったんだな。クレア。
You returned to your normal body, right, Claire?
よかったな。クレア。よかった。
He's having difficulty accepting Claire
クレア。
in the different body.
元に戻ったんじゃ。
You didn't return to your body. It was just an illusion.
お前は何が言いたいんだ？答えろ、シャオルン！
What is it you want me to see? What is it you're trying to tell me, Shaorun?
ベイグ、ごめんなさい。
Claire thinks that,
クレア。
you know,
違うんだ。
Vague is suffering because of her.
俺が。すまない。
But it's really his heart that is, you know, confused. So let's grab all the chests and head to the final test in this place. There's a save point there. I'm not sure why, because there's also a save point right in front of the boss. So once again, kind of a little pointless puzzle using Vague's force. In order to open the door. Let's see, do we come in this way? What's over here? Okay, that's just the way in. So we just gotta freeze these water pools of water. I'm not sure if it has to be in order of size, or if you just gotta freeze them all before they disappear. But that's pretty much all you gotta do. And the door opens. Welcome, Vague.
その声は姿を現せ。
Show yourself.
お見せしよ
So here comes Shaorun, which is actually probably one of the coolest of the guardian spirits. So he's the one of water.
お前が聖獣シャオルン。
ということで、一つ目の試練はおしまい。
So the first test is over. You know, getting to him was the
僕の
first
ところへ
test.
おいでって言ったとき、君はそれだけかって聞いた。
So did you think it would be as simple as all
本当
that?
にそれだけだったかい？
次の試練は
What's the next test?
まあいいや。二つ目の試練は僕と戦って勝つこと。
You have to defeat me in battle, of course.
僕の力を使うに足る能力があるかどうか試させてもらう。
So he is gonna test us.
おいでベイグ。さあ始めようか。
Now this fight is really hard,
ベイグ見せてもらうよ。
and I'll show you me losing, and I'll also show you, the victory. But in all honesty, I can't give you any tips about this battle. If anybody knows in the comments, the best way to defeat Shaorun, please let me know, or please write in the comments, if you've got any, tips or information on this boss. This boss has an insta-kill move that will pretty much, wipe your party and you will lose. And I honestly don't know how to avoid it. You can keep your health max. I'm not sure if maybe Vague needs to kind of, hide in the corner and not fight. That's usually the way that I win, is I just don't fight with Vague very much, and I try to keep everybody else alive. And Shaorun seems to not do the insta-kill move in that case, but I could just be lucky. But Shaorun hits really hard, and I really don't know how to avoid the insta-kill. So if anybody knows, please let me know in the comments, the best way to do this fight, this boss fight, and I'll give you credit, and maybe add information to this video. But as a playthrough, I'd like to give people valuable tips. But this is one of the few battles that I'm not really sure how it works. And there it is. And it's almost like you think it was supposed to happen, but that insta-kill was a game over. So I'm gonna go ahead and try again here. I'll maybe switch some party members out. See if I can do, it could be that you just gotta kill him as fast as possible. Could be a time limit thing. So I'll put the strongest characters in. I mean, I like to have Annie just because, the circles really help, with buffs and keeping the group alive. So here we go, second try. And unfortunately, this is also a fail. But in the next video, our next episode, I'll show you a battle where we actually defeat Shaorun. And you can watch what I did to win, but I honestly don't know if it's random or if it's luck or if there's a technique to this. But it's definitely a challenging battle, even without the special, insta-kill move that Shaorun can use against us. It may be that when his life is really low, you're just going to have to combo him as quick as possible before he does his insta-kill water move. I I've even had every character at max life, you know, as high as possible, and it doesn't matter. His special move will take you from max HP as 0 . That splash move does a lot of damage too. See, Annie can resurrect without using the life bottles, which is really nice. And there it is again. Instant death. So yeah, in the next episode, we'll go ahead and fight this boss again, and I'll show you the way that I won and defeated the boss. But yeah, if you know a better way, let me know in the comments, or you know what the secret to the fight is. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.